Hello and what is going on, guys? Hayden here. So like I said in my previous video that we were going to be doing a solo bushcraft shelter, and I found this spot on Google Earth and it actually went for a quick walk before, and it's quite nice in here. So I've got two water sources that both look like they can contain yabbies or crawfish or whatever you want to call them. So that'd be good. So at one point we'll make a trap for them once we got a bit of a hut going. So I think the main focus of today is to try and find a shelter location, sorry, and we'll go out shortly. And I think I found a spot, and there's something I want to show you guys as well. I do apologise for my voice and everything being off today. I woke up being quite sick lately, and I thought that, you know, fresh air doing me good. So anyway, so I've got my backpack on, got all my survival gear, got my saw, got my life-proof drink bottle, I've got my hatchet, and my bag full of goodies. So I think let's get into it. We'll go and find the location for our shelter. Alright, so I think what we're going to use as our main base for the structure here. Now, I was looking for a bit of more of a square formation in trees, so like, you know, one tree here and so on, but you would think with thousands of trees out here, it would be easy to find, right? But couldn't find one quite symmetrical as I'd like, but I found this one here. So you've got one tree here, two tree here, 3 and 4. This big one's going to be a bit of a pain, but I think I'm going to be able to support it anyway. But so I think this location's ideal. It's a very short walk from the one of the main water sources over there. And there's a big one up that way, which I'll show you guys maybe towards the end of the video here. But I think I got planned for this. It's gonna work. And then the problem is we're building on a bit of a slope. I couldn't find quite a flat spot as I'd like. So we're gonna have to try and maybe build a bit of a dirt wall on the backside as a bit of a mound and redirect any water that comes down. Now, it doesn't look like water flows down here, but if it was to flash flood, then we should be right. But as you can see, I'm not going to have to cut down any trees, which is good. I prefer not to. There is deadfall everywhere. I had a bit of a look. There's no widow makers. So basically, widow maker is you know, a branch or a tree that's fallen down. It's going to be stuck up there and could fall down at any potential time and, you know, kill me. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to stop yabbering. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to clear out this area, brush it all out, get rid of all these little shrubs here, and make it nice and clean. Might have to dig down a little bit just to flatten it out, and yeah, that'll be the nice base structure. So I'll get on to that. Once I've done that, I'll get back to you guys and we'll start doing the main support structure for the structure for the shelter. Alright, so you can see, oh, it's a bit hard to see on the camera, but so we've got from this tree where my gear is to that tree, to here. It's all nice and clear now. Now it's not perfect. There are some sort of bits of grass here and there, but the more I walk on it, the better it will be. So at this point, set the camera down here for a minute. So at this point, I think basically I've got my saw, the Fisker saw. Bloody, this thing works like a treat. Now I've worn my gloves because when I was pulling up the stuff here, I found some spiders and yeah, I just didn't want to risk being bitten by a spider out in the middle of the bush. But so I've got my string here, and this knife will do. So I've got a Bear Grylls knife. I've had this knife for about, I don't know, 6 years now. So I don't even know if it'll cut. It should cut, right? Yeah, the edge is a little fine on it, but so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my string here, and I'm going to use this as a measurement. So I think roughly, I don't know, about 6 foot. So we'll just, yeah. So alright, so we'll get the camera. So basically what I'm going to do, right, so about 7 foot actually, about that height. I don't know if the camera reaches that high, but now I'll quickly get my knife for a sec. I'll cut it off. Now you may wonder why I'm wearing my face mask out in the middle of the bush. It's because there's mosquitoes and spiders and whatnot out here, so I don't really feel like swallowing any. But I'll grab my saw. Right, so we got our measurement. Now this deadfall over here looks like it's pretty old, but I think what we'll do, we'll start from this end and we'll cut a chunk off that end and a chunk down this end, and we'll use it as a support. Alright, so I took the bark off just finally. I haven't done it perfectly because I just want to see if it works, but I just want to show you this bark. Look how stringy it is. This bark could be perfect for making fires, but unfortunately it's getting into the hot weather here in Australia, so I can't really make a fire because this place would go up like there's no tomorrow. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to dig a hole just at the base of this tree here and place that big log there inside of it. My shovel's a bit rooted. I've had this shovel for about 9 years now, but it's starting to get a bit fragile and a bit soft at the end. I can't really stand on it, so I might have to use my pickaxe. So I'll get this in the hole and show you from there. Alright, so we got this about half a foot to a foot in the ground here. Now unfortunately I don't have any rocks around me, so I'm just going to have to do this by just filling in the hole and sort of just pressurizing it around the outside. It's not the word I don't want to use, but you know what I mean. So we make sure it's in there nice and tight, push more dirt in, break up these little rocks around, or these dirt rocks I should say, around it. Now I will tie it to the base of the tree anyway, but yeah, alright, I reckon that's good. So now we'll tie it to the tree. So this is going to work for the main frame here. Now it's just going to strengthen the stability of the wall and hold the roof up. Now I'll put one of these on each tree and it should be okay. Eventually I'll use some better rope. Now I'm trying to do this without damaging the trees at all, because I don't want to go cutting into the trees if they're alive. If they were dead, it would be a different story. But wow, it's so hard to tie knots with. Alright, so that's quite loose, but it's going to hold it to the tree. So you can see, now if I tie another one about here somewhere, that should be okay. Look at that. Perfect fit, a little bit hangover. I'll just grab the camera so you can see. So we got a little bit on each end, the hangover, which is good, because then we can build like sort of straight up from there and across. Do the same here. This bit's obviously going to be a bit longer, and it's not on an angle, so it's going to be a bit weird. But I'm buggered. Like, it's only probably been a few minutes for you guys, but for me it's been a few hours. Chopping this wood, clearing this area out has taken it out of me, and it's quite hot here. So the next goal is to get one from up here to there, but I think we're going to do that tomorrow because it's midday at the moment and it is stinking hot. I've nearly finished my bottle of water, so yeah, we'll have to come back. Alright, so we're back again. Now today's a lot cooler than it was yesterday, and I actually had to walk in today because it started raining last night, and so I had to park just up near the little lake down there. And as I was pulling up, there's a guy in there sitting at the lake having lunch, and he said to me that there's actually fish in that little dam or pond or whatever you want to call it back there. So at some point I think we're going to do a bushcraft catch and cook as well. We'll try and do some set lines, try and do some primitive netting, maybe not netting, more maybe some traps and stuff. But we're back at the shelter. Only took me a few minutes to walk here. So today's main plan, finish the second support beam. Now I'm still quite sick, you can probably hear it in my voice. And I'm just, sorry I'm not looking at you guys, I'm just sort of watching to make sure I don't step on any loose branches or step in a snake. But yeah, so we're still good. So see a bit of a progress here. So like I said, nice clean area, or not clean because I gotta, once I finish it out I'll clean it up. But so we've got to do another one of these over here, then run a beam across, and that should be right for that. Alright, so I'll go and size up a few logs and get back to you guys once we've got a bit of something going on. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to hold. Something tells me it's going to move in the wind. So what I'm trying to do at the moment here is I've set up this, I've put a little notch in there. I've set up a bit of a line here. So I've made a bit of a stake. So it's pretty rough. I haven't obviously finished it yet. I didn't realize it was that bad until I turned it over. But basically what I'm going to do, it's going to maybe half that length, maybe to like right here. Just stake it into the ground, just hold it this way a little bit, and then I'm going to tie a second knot of rope around this tree here, and then I'm going to support it at the top where it should hold then. This ground is really soft. I need a rock or something, or even sit this on a log, but that's looking more like a point. So we'll reckon, what do you reckon about there? Yeah. Alright, so we carve just a little notch. Now this saw's been great. It's actually lasted me a couple of years now, but it's starting to get flimsy like my shovel, so I'm gonna have to get a new saw. So if anyone happens to be watching this knows a decent saw brand, let me know, because this has been great. Alright, it's not the best notch in the world, but it should do me great. So around, let's tie this up real quick. There we go. So now I'll just use the back of my hatchet here. I probably should have rounded the edge of this off just in case, but the ground's really soft. And this wood, the wood's holding up actually. Okay, I think I'm hitting a rock now. Alright, our line's pretty good. Still got a little bit of tension, still got a little bit of flexibility, but I don't think it's going to move. That's in the ground pretty solid. Maybe a couple more whacks. Alright, so I was using my saw and I was just cutting down a branch that I had laid across another tree, and the branch all of a sudden snapped because it was quite heavy, and it ended up snapping my saw. So I had to go and buy a new saw. Just went to Bunnings, grabbed another Fisker saw, because these things are pretty sharp and they're pretty good. So I've used one of these before, and grabbed myself an iced coffee, refreshed my water, and the weather has turned to absolute rubbish. But now we're just gonna walk back down to the shelter down here. I'll turn it around. You guys might not be able to see it. It's quite far down in the shrubs here. But during the time that my sword broke, I managed to put a few more logs up on the roof, and I've chucked in a couple of support beams to I guess strengthen the roof support beams, because once I started putting these few logs on it, I felt a little bit of flex. I don't really want it coming down on my head, because at some point we're going to stay the night, and you know, we don't want it to fall on our head. So but we're here. I'll give you guys a look. So you can see in the middle there, I've chucked down a couple of support beams. Just chuck down my stuff real quick. Alright, so as you can see, I've chucked in 2 support beams that have made it a lot stronger. Now I've sort of lashed this one, but I haven't done this one, and I've started on the roof. It's quite holy at the moment, but the plan is to like weave bark in and out of it, and then put a couple of logs on top. So I'll do that all the way across. So I think that's what we'll do now. So yeah, let's start collecting some logs. All right, so I've got a good little pile of logs is here. I didn't really measure them. I sort of winged it and then just used one of the logs as like a bit of a line up here, figure out the length. So just gonna try and fill this gap here. So we'll try and do that. We'll sit them up. Just put the camera down here for a minute. Right, it's the last piece, well, last 2 pieces. So we'll chuck her down here so you guys can see. Now I couldn't fix that big ass angle it was on, only because this back left tree here, so it's like slightly back on that corner, which I can't help. I probably should have scouted better for a better spot, but you know, is what it is. There's going to be a little gap up here, but I'm just going to fix that by stacking in smaller sticks and trying to, you know, do the best I can with this gap. So, whew. So I don't know if you guys can see that tiny little gap in the corner there, but anyway, I think we're going to leave this video here. If you did like this video, make sure you know, comment, like, subscribe if you liked it. And so this is part 1 of the shelter. That's just for the roof. So the next step, I think we're going to build the door. The door will be the next part, even though we probably should build the walls, but you know, I'm buggered. So yeah, I might start the door today, or I might come back tomorrow because I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day, but I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys, you know, subscribe to the channel so you can see more. So yeah, make sure you do, because part 2 will be coming out real soon. Now that the, you know, now that the weather's turned the crap, I might be able to get out here a couple good days because it's smoking hot. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to see more content like this. Come back, And check out my Instagram. It's going to be linked in the description below. Might even put it on the screen here. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, stay munted. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Woo!